shut up, you little brat. I don't believe this job. Can't believe people keep having babies. But you are $1 million baby, aren't you? So I guess I'll just have to put up with you. Just have to put up with a lot of things.
Couldn't have that letter because I burnt it right here at the Unicorn.
You burnt a letter, darling, not the letter.
It was so the letter. You think I don't recognize my own handwriting?
Raven, you burnt a duplicate.
I did what?
You know, I think I've been hanging around you too much. I've caught several of your worst traits. Remember when you asked me to stand outside April's penthouse and watch for unidentified flying objects?
Yes, and you found it. I saw it in your hand.
Yeah, I found it about a block from the terrace where you threw it from. Oh, pardon me. From the terrace where the wind blew it. I had enough time to go to a duplicating center, and I had a good copy made. That's what you burnt.
Why?
Well, I thought you might like a copy for your files. Here.
It's not the original, is it?
No, darling. It wasn't the original. The original is in a very safe place.
All right, Elliot. Why are you doing this to me?
Because I thought it was about time that I had the upper hand in this relationship, darling. You've had it your own way far too long.
What do you want? Is this blackmail?
Oh, no, darling. I want you to know who your friends are. And your friends are not Logan Swift or Derek Mallory. Do I make myself clear?
What's the matter? You're expecting me.
I forgot.
You forgot? Raven, we just made this date
Derek,
3 days ago.
I'm sorry, but I can't go out with you.
What's going on here? What is this hot and cold routine?
Look, Derek, it's not a routine. It's just the way things are right now, okay?
Don't give me that. This is the way you play your games. Everybody's got to have a gimmick, and this one's yours.
Derek, look, please, please. I mean, you know I want to get out of this apartment. I want to get away from this stupid kid. I'd love to go out to dinner with you.
It meant so much to you. How come you just forgot all about it?
Because it was easier than telling you that I couldn't go out with you tonight. Or any other night, for that matter.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Exactly the way it sounds.
All right. Okay, I think this is all getting perfectly clear.
No, wait a minute, please. Derek,
No.
please, just let me try to explain, okay? Look, I don't mean forever. It's just sit down, please, until I can clear up this whole mess.
What mess?
The custody trial. I'm trying to get my baby back. And Logan's making my whole life miserable. Now, I know he's your friend, and you think you could not possibly do anything wrong, but he will do anything, when it comes to that baby, anything to get him back, including spying on his own wife.
Oh, he wouldn't use the fact that we see each other to hurt you in a custody trial?
He would so. The whole trial depends on whether or not he can prove I'm a fit mother, right?
I'm not a lawyer, don't ask me.
Well, it's true, and the court always favors the woman, so the only chance he has is if he can prove I'm some kind of a cheap little tramp.
And going out with me makes you a cheap little tramp,
I just don't want to take any chances, don't you see?
Look, you and Logan are legally separated. There's nothing wrong with you going out with other men. There's nothing wrong with him going out with other women.
Oh, he's only going out with one woman, Mrs. April Scott.
Well, that's all the more reason. He can go out with April Scott. There's no reason why we can't have dinner together.
You just won't understand me.
No, I understand more than you think. It's just your way of dumping me.
That's not true, Derek. That's not true at all. Look, I think of you all the time. I really do.
Well, if that's true, why do you keep using this pointless excuse?
It's not a pointless excuse. That baby means everything to me. Do you understand? Everything. And I will act like a nun for a month if that's what it takes to get that baby back.
Sure.
Damn you, Elliot!
Well, what do you think? I mean, does the tie go with the shirt? Does the shirt go with the suit? Suit go with the man? Honest opinion now.
You are a thing of beauty and a joy forever.
Thank you. I knew you'd tell me the truth.
And where are you taking April to dinner tonight?
Not taking her anywhere. We're going over to the penthouse, her penthouse.
Oh, how lovely. Al fresco?
No, Al couldn't make it. We'll be just the two of us.
Oh, dear. What I want to know is, are you dining on that lovely terrace?
Well, it sort of depends on whether or not we want to get our soup dirty.
Oh, Logan, I can't tell you how glad I am to see you in such a happy frame of mind.
Well, it feels good for me, too. But then you can't walk around with your chin on the ground all the time, can you? You get a terrible backache that way.
Is April doing the cooking tonight?
Yeah, I told her I'd bring in something, hamburgers or pizza, but she said she'd better look after it herself, which is probably the best thing, and I should knock off the one-liners and get going. Oh, by the way, what are you doing tonight?
I am going to sit here all evening and do nothing.
I think that is splendid. You've been working late almost every night. You deserve some regular hours.
I couldn't agree more. Hello.
Geraldine, this is Mike Karr. How are you?
Mike, how are you?
Is Logan there? May I speak to him, please?
Yes, just a moment, please. It's Mike Karr for you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Yes, Mike, what is it?
Logan, do you have any plans for this evening?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. April's invited me over to dinner at her place.
I see.
Is this important?
Yes, I think it might be important. I made kind of a discovery a little while ago.
About what?
Well, you knew about those suits that are being brought against the railroad because of the train wreck at Grand Falls?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I told you I'm representing several of the families. So I've been going over all the material in the wreck, including the photographs.
Well, did you find something unusual?
Yeah, you might say it's unusual. You could even say it's incredible. Logan, this is something I'd like to talk to you about as soon as possible.
Well, I'm afraid tomorrow's out of the question. I've got the grand jury all day.
Yeah, well, I've got to be in court, too. But this is important enough for us to get together tonight. Now, look, I'm taking Nancy out to dinner, but perhaps we could get together afterwards. Could I call you at April's? Would that be okay?
Well, if it's that important, of course. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yes?
Hi.
Oh, hi, darling. Come on in.
Oh, you don't look as if you're ready to go to dinner, are you?
Oh, yes. I'll be ready in a few minutes. I just want to put some of this material together in my briefcase.
Okay.
I have just one special favor to request, though, about after dinner.
Oh, don't tell me. You want to dance the night away. Please.
Not exactly. I'm sorry to say that I have some business to transact this evening.
Oh, that sounds important, huh?
Well, I would take care of it tomorrow, but I have to be in court by 10, and Logan won't be available, and this is something that I would like to clear up as soon as possible.
Okay, will you just let me know what you want to... Listen, do you want to call off the dinner date? It's...
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, Logan has a date, too, with April.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. That's a sign that she's getting back into circulation again.
Yes, I guess it is.
Wait a minute. Now, why don't we make it a foursome? No, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Well, I've talked to Logan just a few minutes ago, and I told him that I'd call him at April's, and we'll try to arrange something.
Oh, is that what they're having dinner?
Yes, I guess she hasn't been able to find a babysitter she can trust yet.
Well, then maybe we can go over there after we eat.
Well, this is not a conversation I'd prefer to talk about in front of April.
Oh?
It concerns the train wreck at Grand Falls.
I see. Well, Mike, how about you and Logan have your discussion, and April and I can go off somewhere else in the apartment and have a little chat? What do you think of that?
Now, how come you always come up with the perfect solution for everything, Nancy?
Oh, don't I wish? You Sometimes it is very difficult to find the solution to anything simply because you don't have the facts to work with.
Yes, it's exactly the way I feel.
Mike, I'm talking about Kelly.
Oh? Oh, that's right. You had lunch with him today, didn't you?
Yes, and he told me something rather surprising. No, I guess it wasn't that much of a surprise because we have been aware that he hasn't been completely candid with us about his plans.
What'd you find out?
And for one thing, he's not going to go to college, either here or in Europe.
I thought as much. All that talk about getting an early start on his show business career.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, he said he has no intention of going back home.
What do you mean?
He's not going back to Lee or Jerry at Italy. They're going to be there for the next 4 or 5 years, and he said that he intends to stay right here.
Did he say why?
No. And, honey, that's the most disturbing part of it all, because there's something that he can't talk about. He admitted that.
Well, maybe he's had a falling out with his
No,
parents.
no. He hasn't, at least according to him.
Well, now, look, if he told them that he's not going to college and that he's not coming home, I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy about that.
Oh, I'm sure about that, too. So, I guess the only thing we can do is write Lee and Jerry and ask them,
Well, I think you should. Find out what the mystery is.
Yeah. Honey, what is that you were looking at in the file?
Nancy, I'd show it to you, but it's something you wouldn't enjoy seeing.
Wonderful. The whole evening, just terrific. Want to know something funny? Geraldine asked me if we were going to eat on the terrace. Now, how do you think she knew?
Well, you got me, considering I wasn't sure. But it really was warm enough, and, nary a breeze.
Not a one.
Do you know you haven't told me how much you enjoy my cooking?
Your cooking? You did this by yourself?
No. Of course I did. I mean, I can cook. Sometimes it's even good. Draper and I didn't always go out to restaurants, you know.
Open mouth, insert foot. What I meant was, this is so wonderful that I thought it was done professionally. I just assumed you had the evening catered. Really.
Oh. Well, the truth is, I just, I have more time these days. I don't know for how long, though. I'm thinking of going back to work.
Yeah? Geraldine's going to be thrilled to hear that.
I don't know, Logan. She's doing just such a fabulous job of running the station. I'm not so sure I could be of any help.
You don't know how she's thinking. She told me just the other day you were the largest asset that station had, and she couldn't wait for you to get back. Yeah. I'm going to pour myself a little more of your wine. Would you like some?
No, thank you. As a matter of fact, I happen to be feeling a little dizzy.
You had a glass and a half.
Oh, no, it's been a little bit more than that, and I haven't eaten very much today. And when I drink anything on an empty stomach, I get foozled.
Foozled. Real good word for it.
Thank you, I made it up.
I thought you might have.
It's better than drunk.
You know, I was reading just the other day. I forget, I do forget where. It seems that there are more synonyms for drunk than any other word in the English language.
Yeah? Tipsy.
Tipsy?
Tipsy's one of my favorites.
Ordinarily, yes, but on the 30th floor, I don't think so.
Oh, you really got a point there. There's some words that are really awful. Bond.
Blasted.
Gassed.
Blotto.
Oh, you know, I think they really sound, belligerent.
My Aunt Lucille used to say squiffy.
Squiffy.
You had to know Lucille, though.
Oh, no, I like the word. It's very friendly. Oh, I've had too much. I'm beginning to feel it. I'm getting giggly.
Go right ahead.
Yeah? It's better than hiccuping.
Infinitely better.
Oh. Logan, I think I have to totally sober up before Mike and Nancy get here. But when are they getting here?
About a half an hour now. Mike said it's important or I wouldn't have asked him over, and he promised that he wouldn't stay long. I hope you're not upset about it.
No, of course not. Draper and Mike used to get together constantly after dinner, and I would just politely disappear for a while. Speaking of disappearing, maybe I should go make a pot of coffee.
Well, I think that would be the end to a perfect meal. This has been wonderful. I don't know how to thank you.
Oh, I'll probably think of a way. 6 dozen more of these might do it.
Think 6 dozen would be enough? My Aunt Lucille, you remember Lucille?
Swiffy.
That's the one. She used to say the best way to thank the cook was to kiss her. Lucille always assumed that the cook would be a woman. So, close your eyes, everybody.
He's peeking.
There's always one in every group. Thank you, cook.
My pleasure.
It's not enough.
What?
Saying I love you. That would be a grander phrase to describe the way I feel about you.
Well, I kind of like the 3 little words myself.
You'd better, because I've used them about 1,000 times. I do love you.
Well, just don't stop saying them, okay?
Maybe they'd sound a little bit more original on the dance floor. May I have the pleasure?
The pleasure's all mine, Doctor. Sure.
You sure of what?
I've never been happier in my entire life. Here we are, all alone together. Nothing to do, nothing to worry about except enjoying ourselves. And enjoying each other.
You're thinking about nothing else, right?
Nothing at all.
Oh, you're such a liar. I've been watching. You've been thinking about Adam and April, about W.M.O.N., about that little girl who keeps following you all over the place.
Well, I confess I thought about all those things at one time or another, especially that girl. I really wish you'd caught her. I'd love to know what she's about.
I told you what she is about. She's a young fan who's too shy to ask for your autograph.
Shy? The way she's been hanging out around the studio and around our house, it's weird. I don't like it. You've got your promise.
What promise is that?
Say I love you on the dance floor.
Oh, I love you on the dance floor. And every place else, for that matter.
I love you too. For always and always. Well, coffee should be ready any minute, and since Logan did not manage to finish all the ice cream, you can even have some dessert.
Oh, none for me. Thank you, April.
How about you, Mike? It's awfully good.
No thanks.
Oh.
April, I feel badly about intruding this way.
Oh, Mike, please, don't be silly. I'm always glad to see the two of you. And it also gives me a chance to show off Jillian.
Oh, but isn't she asleep now?
Yeah, but I think we could tiptoe in, and we'll take a peek. And Nancy, I'll even let you tell me how absolutely gorgeous she is.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Besides, I have a feeling we could use the excuse to leave the room while Mike and Logan talk over some business, which apparently seems to be very private.
I'm afraid it is confidential, April, but Logan and I could go out on the terrace.
Sure.
Oh, no, please, don't be silly. You stay here. And Nancy, I think you and I could probably go to another room and drink brandy and smoke a few cigars. How's that?
It'll only take 10 or 15 minutes, okay?
Sure. Come on ahead.
Well, does Nancy know about this, whatever it is that you want to discuss with me?
Yes, I told her about it at dinner. I thought she should know.
It has to do with the train wreck, right?
Yes, it concerns 2 of the victims.
One of them Draper?
Yes. Logan, would you take a look at this photograph? It's taken by the police photographers at the scene after the fire was put out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. The bodies are horribly burned. The bodies, obviously, of Sergeant Dwyer and Draper, because you can still see the handcuffs even though the metal's been blackened by the smoke.
Yeah, well, why are you showing me this, Mike?
Because there's something terribly wrong about this photograph. Now, there was no way for us to know about it because the bodies have been separated for burial, but please, take a look at it again.
I think I see what you mean. The handcuffs are on the right hands of both bodies.
Exactly. The right hands are joined. Now, apparently, Sergeant Dwyer was left-handed. That's why he linked his right wrist to his prisoner. But he wouldn't have linked Draper's right wrist.
No, it would be the left, because otherwise Draper would have to walk backwards, wouldn't he? So what does this mean?
I don't know yet. But it could mean that the bodies were not correctly identified. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is Sergeant Dwyer because of the badge and the service revolver.
And this other body?
Exactly. It may not be Draper.